what about we haven't talked yet about data security and compliance, because you have two competing issues. You have one is data accessibility. You want people to have access to data and be able to make use of the data. But then you also, on the other side of the equation, you have security and compliance and protecting that data. So how do you find organizations balancing those two potentially competing priorities overall?
I think it's actually, first of all, it's a very, very complex decision. Why? Because every human being would like to have access to every data set and every data element. Be it curiosity, be it authority, be it ownership, be it whatever you call,
Right.
So every human being. So that's where these CDO office, Chief Data Officer's office, must determine, saying that from the compliance perspective, from the governance perspective, from the risk factor perspective, that is where this whole GRC has come in, saying that this data element, who must have access to it and how much? Because somebody might have access to employee master, but not to the payroll, because it doesn't need to be, because of the compliance and the risk factors of it. So the GRC matrix and actually plays very well in terms of giving the right authority or the accessibility for the right people. And again, it all depends upon how your organization is. And if you have a smaller organization, you would have more control over it. If you have larger organization, probably you will have very little visibility about it. But both need to be balanced. And we have seen during the migration projects how many times we heard that the payroll data it has been leaked, or somebody came to know about it, or even we have seen that somebody was training the data within their organizations and their chatbots were revealing the information that should not have been. So you need to have a data access layer, and that's what we always bring in. Data access layer is the metadata that controls it, the semantics of it, syntax of it, what must be revealed and how must it be revealed, even if it is revealing, whether it is a master data, whether it is, what is it that you are giving it back to it, whether it is derived data. So there are a lot of ifs and buts around that. But Eric, data access layer is must. Without going through the data access layer, you should not allow anybody. And that data access layer should set up the right authority over each and every data element, not even data set, each and every data element.